Welcome back, Strat fans. It's Colonel Strat, the Strategy Extraordinaire here, and we're back today with a return to my Empire Let's Play. So, if you guys are a bit out of the loop, what happened was a certain mod I was using decided to, like, the mod author decided to remove it for some reason, and that completely destroyed the game that I had done before. So I'd put out a vote later on, after I learned of this, to see if y'all wanted me to restart it or make a new campaign somewhere else. But y'all wanted me to restart it, so I took liberty to do that. But I'm also added some mods into the mod order that we had before to spice up the Empire gameplay a little bit. So one big mod I added was the Sigmar's Heirs. It's a pretty heavy overhaul of the Empire that adds in a lot of legendary characters. As you can see, we had Ludwig Schwarzhelm here, the Emperor's Champion.
Yes,
so he's one of them that's added by that mod, I believe, and he's got a lot of nice traits and skills to get that really level up the Empire's gameplay. So it's something that I wanted to do in the case of this happening. And also I have to apologize that it's been a while since I've uploaded. The real world's catching up to me, and I haven't had a lot of time to actually sit down and record. So, and I'm still working on that big project. I'm hoping to have it out sometime next week, and it's going to be a surprise video. But I'm hoping to get to a schedule of having a Let's Play video on the weekends, a middle of the week have like a guide, like one of my Warhammer guides or a guide on a different game, and then in the beginning of the week do either a review or another Let's Play. But I want to try to boil it down to at least 3 and have a nice healthy schedule where I can record. But I only really get the weekends right now, and even then I'm having to accompany my wife to my future wife to certain things, and it's taken a heavy toll on my time. So I apologize, Strat fans, and for the content drought, but I'm working on it, and soon I'm hoping to get back to a healthy schedule. So anyway, let's look at what we have here. So we have Ludwig Schwarzhelm. We're going to add him to Karl's army. All right. Another mod I've added is the Empire armament. So now we can upgrade them just like the greenskins. I wanted to add this just to make the mid-tier units a bit more spicy in the end game. So I can give them like marksman training, which gives them snipe and all that. Mastercrafted swords, mastercrafted ammunition, which is probably the best, and mastercrafted armor. Let's see. I'm probably gonna do armor for this guy. I don't know. Or combat training. It's either a lot of gold or fine steel, which is a new resource the Empire gets. All right, so let's keep on going. Yeah, I also added some mods for reskins to make the Empire wizards and all that look really good. All their heroes. And there's a dwarf embassy. So there's a lot of different things that is added with this mod. But I felt like it was, the Empire's gameplay isn't the most bland, but it's not the most entertaining either. So I did it for that reason. I think it also makes the my faction have Reichland guys. Alright, we'll do that for fine steel and the Altdorf stables.
Summon the Elector Count.
As you can see, we have Reichland swordsmen. I think once we upgrade, or we could raise local levies, recruit from Elector counts, troops. There's unit upgrades, which is a thing they took from the adds in the Imperial Foot troops. There's a lot of new stuff, so it spices up the gameplay. Will make it the end game a lot nicer as well. So let's fight this first battle against these guys. Now we have Louis Schwarzhelm with us, so let's fight it. Again, I can't apologize enough, guys, for lack of content. Definitely not what I wanted to happen. It just, you know, life catches up to you sometimes, and I had to put my family first. Literally, this is like the first day that I've had to record in a long time. I think it's been about maybe a little over a week since my last recording, and that's definitely not what I want to happen. But eventually, once everything settles down at this new job, and because right now I'm working overtime to pay, you know, wedding expenses and all that stuff, but once that's all done and dusted, I won't have to work too much over, and then I can go back to a healthy schedule, start pumping out content for you guys, and look out for that new video that's coming out soon, because I will get that done as fast as possible. It's just taking a little longer because the type of the video takes a lot more research. I gotta script it and all of that, and I usually don't script my videos. I usually just wing it. That way you guys can get the true essence of me. But this one needed to be scripted so that I can, you know, put together something nice. And I'm hoping to do more scripts and take more time with videos later on.
Ready for war!
Alright, here's our mortar.
Handgunners! We are Sigma! Show no mercy! Send us out!
Oh, I forgot they gave us formations, like the Bretonians.
Ivorina, listen!
Okay, Ludwig.
Cut every last one of them down!
He actually looks pretty good. He's a pretty good character model. I like it.
Ready for war! Swordsman!
Let's get our main troops down here. I'm not going to try to pull them onto that hill this time. I'm just going to take them straight on. Keep the right guard over here, and these guys up here, because that's a little bit of a incline. Alright, let's go. Now they don't have them. They don't have a artillery, so we can wait for them to come, and then pick our targets. Because then the right guard can go around through here to hit the arrows, the crossbowmen. Oof, that was pretty good. Now if they all take the bait, go through this chasm, that'll be perfect, because then I can take these guys. Yeah, there we go. Alright, they took the bait. Let's send our cavalry around the side.
For the Heldenhammer! For Heldenhammer! Sir!
Oh, well, they're going to try to flank us. That's okay, we're going to flank them. Yep, they're firing on our horses now. I knew that was going to happen. That's okay. And they're turning around, spearmen are. Alright, that's cool. Because they're trying to catch our cavalry out in the open.
Quick march!
That's okay.
What do you bid? Karl Franz! We are Sigma!
Ludwig, go in there. Let's flank these guys.
We are ready! Take the ground!
Oh, there we go.
State troops ready.
Flank them. Box them in. Oof, that's not good. No. No, fire on those guys. Can't have friendly fire.
Reichsguard! Formation march!
Yeah, I knew those guys were going to come after us. We gotta keep going. Come on, push through them. Focus on the spearmen mortars. The Reichsguard are going to focus on the crossbowmen.
Sigma guides us. Moving now! Yes, General! Ready! Ready! Now!
There we go. Let's get these guys shattered.
Taking position!
There we go. There we go. That's a pretty decisive victory to start. That'll do just fine. Alright, that's a nice start to a campaign. Of course, these mods will help us in the later campaign, and that's why I really added them. I didn't want to add too much, because then it would be, you know, too much overpowered. But I think the unit upgrades mod has enough debuffs and increases in upkeep to make it balanced. And the Sigmar's Heirs mod adds a lot of different mechanics, but it still makes it balanced because they're locked behind buildings. So you got to build up your empire as well. So I feel like it's still balanced because it still can be a challenge, but it's something with new flavor for you guys, so that it's not just a repeat of the old campaign. Even though it does suck, I got to start from square one because, you know, unfortunately that just happened. Still, I think I can make it good for you guys, and I hope so. Hope you guys like it. And I did already pre-purchase the Chaos Dwarves DLC. I'm guilty for pre-ordering all of the DLCs for this game just because I love the game so much. I will be playing a campaign. I'm hoping to start one when they drop because, you know, Dowie are my favorite, and, you know, Dowie Czar sound like they're going to be just as good, if not better. So look for that when their DLC officially drops in April. I'll start one, and that'll just make 2 Let's Plays, if this one's still going on, of Warhammer, and then I will do a race guide as well on them as well. Just because they're a new race. All right, we will take on captives. All right, container.
Summon the Elector Counts.
Okay, I want to actually upgrade one of these guys. I think I'll do mastercrafted armor. I don't know. Extra weapon damage could be helpful, and that training could be helpful too. Yeah, I get enough armor from upgrades to Karl himself, and I think Ludwig also does enough by himself. So I will do swords. Yeah, the swords increases their melee attack and damage. So that's probably the best that I can do. I can still do the combat training for the other ones, but I'm not going to do that. Okay. So now let's go and take Grunberg, our first settlement, and we'll loot and occupy.
By the comet. Ready.
Alright, Karl. We will do Inspiring Presence and Honest Steel to increase the weapon damage of our great swords. Now, for you, I'll eventually get Emperor's Justice, Soldier of the Empire, Defense for State Troop Units and Empire Captains. Okay, so any state troops in your army will be very much emboldened by this guy. I will get some training and Blade Master for him right now. Local levies, state troops, units renowned, unit upgrades. So the great swords can upgrade to Imperial Foot, but I think they have to be eligible for that. Now, how do I get like regular swordsmen? Is it just like a different building or something? I don't know. I don't know.
Bring me to my men.
But I'll add some Reichland swordsmen. I don't think there's any difference really. They're just like a different like color. That's okay. All right, so let's look at the tech tree. I'm gonna do state issued armor. Of course, gonna rush that. Electric counts. We do have some different type looking electric counts. Good old Vlad.
Yes, as you
All right,
said.
so we're gonna have to start getting electric counts to us, but we also have this button to increase our authority by getting excess prestige. That's something very helpful, especially in the later game. As you guys saw, we got so much prestige from winning battles that we just didn't know what to do with it, and our authority was like 0. So that will really be helpful. So let's end our first turn. Other than that, there's no real big changes from last time. Should still be, you know, a good experience. It just won't be as vanilla because it's got some additions. But we'll still have to wipe out the secessionists and then see who's going to come after us. Because with Schwarzhelm in our army is significantly more powerful. So some forces won't want to attack us that did last time. I guarantee it won't be the same. Still probably will have beastmen. Yep, there's his little portrait and description.
The nation calls.
The Emperor's champion. Increase that to a village.
Who calls?
Next turn we'll take Ubstrict, and then we have to take Elahart. End turn again. We'll get a few turns in before we have to end. Oh, well, look at that. Marienburg came to our rescue. Are they at war with them? I don't think so. Either Marienburg came to our rescue or they went... Yeah, they went up there. I knew that would happen. I knew it would.
No peace, just war.
Alright, let's take these guys out. We need to keep ourselves moving.
Yes.
There's a training field. That's different than this dock watch station. I also have the Emperor stuff, the armor of the Emperor, I believe. Alright, we'll increase honest steel to get more armor for our great swords. Hard to hit and hold the line. For Ludwig, we'll increase him by doing full plate armor. Deadly blade. Let's do... Oh, yeah, we can get regular swordsmen. The only difference is these ones have this ability, the Emperor's Call. That is actually better, so we'll continue getting the Reichland swordsman. Why did I hate it when I misclick and sometimes that happens. Alright. Let's just hope that Corden and Marienburg isn't at war with the secessionists, because then they could cuck us out of a province. That's what I'm hoping, because I want to get a whole province together. How did I know that the AI was going to go to Helmgart? Because, again, they're not dumb. Oh, well, I mean, I say that, but then they do that. Alright, I'll do nothing because they need to increase their stuff.
I command
okay. I think that's tier 2, right? I believe.
Summon the Elector Counts.
Yeah, we should try to capture Elihart first, and then go and take Helmgart. He could just go right there.
The Empire.
Or right to Ubstrict as well. So if I leave Ubstrict, I mean, if he takes Ubstrict, that's not the end of the world. Because again, it's just Ubstrict. It's not a big deal. I would hope that he would attack Elihart here, but he probably would scurry around like a bitch and go to Helmgart, or go to Ubstrict, and I probably would have to siege out Helmgart because they have a 14 stack in there. I'm gonna go to Elihart, take it out, because I can't take him out for some reason, unless he reinforces it like I thought. Good, then I could take him out. All right, loot and occupy. There we go. That's what I thought he would do. All right, now we have 3 more Empire swordsmen. All right, Karl, let's do Route Marcher so you can have more movement. And then I will do, I'll upgrade your armor a little bit, even though you have insane armor already. Upgrade your armor. I do have to recruit something other than just swordsmen, but I don't really have anything else that's that good. Alright, let's just keep upgrading the towns. We have a commandment, the Burgermeister commandment, always the best. He'll probably recruit a lord in Helmgart, but the good thing is we will have healed up and have 17 units. So we'll definitely have enough to get there. I don't know if we'll have enough range to reach there. We might have to stop on the border and recruit more units and get us to the top. To top us off. But he won't be able to recruit that many units, and I know he wasn't building anything, so Helmgart should be an easy victory as well, hopefully. Now we have our province secured. The wind is changing. Oh, okay. That's different. Okay, Light College spawns a light. Oh, I get to choose what wizard I want? That's pretty cool. Alright, I mean, I could use a Jade. That's a healing wizard. A light wizard for the slowdown. But I'm not really fighting any faction right now that needs slow. I could do a Bright College for the burn damage, or Celestial for the heavens. I'll just get a Bright Wizard.
I serve no master.
'Cause that's some raw damage. So, gold sigil sword, dragon's tooth, armor of the emperor. Yeah, because you know then he'll just get some basic damage done to. Because I'm not gonna face any big targets or anything that needs to be slowed down until I have to face like maybe like some Norskins or lizardmen. I mean, not even really lizardmen. Maybe Kislev or the ogres or stuff. But other than that, I don't really need slows, because like vampires march very, very slow. Even the Nurgle forces up here march very slow. Maybe for the Wood Elves if ever I have to fight them. Well, again, I don't really need it right now. But we'll send him up here. Send him up there so that we can get him. And yeah, I knew he was going to do that. And he's also upgrading it, so I have to really hustle. Yes. I have two. I could just get these 2 free companies. I might as well just raise up the local levies. And let's go and see, because we have 19. He's got only 15. If you include his hero. Yeah, okay, that's Pyrrhic. Don't lose any units, so I'm just going to skip it for this time, because sieges are god-awful. Alright, and that will complete us. Take care of the Empire Secessionists. And now we play the waiting game to wait and see who's going to become an issue. Alright, let's do Pistol Corps and Emperor's Finest to upgrade those guys. And we have Foe Seeker. I'll do more training for Ludwig. Nah, I'm not gonna buy any units. Alright. Let's see. Let's take a glance of Bretonia. It's looking pretty tame right now. Got Heinrich Himmler causing trouble here. Marienburg over here. The Orcs is still intact. Hochland's still alive, and Festus is trying to kill it. You know, that's going to be a problem. But we're starting to generate fine steel, so we'll be able to get some upgrades rolling out. Have another commandment. We'll do the Council of the Burgermeisters. Alright, let's keep going. Maybe you got 1 or 2 more turns for this episode, Strat fans, because we've already consolidated Reichland and, you know, took out the secessionists, took Helmgart. So we're pretty in a good position for the early game, and especially with all the mods installed, we're going to be very, very powerful if we can maintain to keep this section. I'm hoping that I get some enemies soon, though. Oh well, just as I'm thinking of that, we'll accept the refugees, I guess. That's going to put my authority down. All right, so there's new landmarks. Well, like a Shrine of Sigmar, infrastructure, knightly orders. Did I say training? But I could still get the regular units just by doing the muster field here. Yeah, because that's vanilla buildings. Okay. All right. Let's see. We're gonna do a guardhouse because we need to make the center province of our empire very defended.
I command here. Summon the Elector Counts.
We're gonna send Karl up north to deal with Festus, because I think it's all good down here, even though the Bretonians don't like us too much. We're not gonna declare war on Marienburg either, even though they don't like us too much. We're just gonna go north and try to deal with Festus, because he's gonna be a problem if he continues, you know, fucking up the other Imperial Lords. He's gonna be a problem. Let's add my Bright Wizard into here to complete and make a 20 stack. Alright, and a turn again. It's gonna be a little bit of different campaign when we get into the mid-late game compared to the previous campaign, because we will have access to more legendary, well, a legendary hero, of course. He's gonna be, once he's upgraded, it's gonna be really insane. Sure, we'll have a non-aggression pact. Always nice to have good relations with these fellow Empire provinces. Don't want to have any more infighting.
A quest has been issued.
I know, a quest. A quest for a sword I don't like. That doesn't really help me at all. Beast Slayer's not that good of a weapon to have, but I'll count on the Bretonnians and the dwarves to hold the pass down here, and I'll leave Marienburg alone for now. But I will go north to take care of Festus. So he has to be taken care of. So they all have the like Reichland ability. Yeah, they all have the Reichland ability. So yeah, I'll delete that. Make the Reichland barracks, and yeah, those modded ones have just a little bit of an advantage. We have enough time for one more end turn to get to turn 7. Sorry, I had to move my speaker because it's covering it. That section of my computer screen. Next episode, we'll be able to see exactly how the map starts to shape up, because this is just what usually happens. After we consolidate, we choose where to go. Okay, Boris is being friendly. Probably because the orcs took Wiesmund. And if I can take Wiesmund back from the orcs, maybe I can, you know, give that back to him and increase his fealty to me. Just a lot of goblins. It's a 19 stack though.
As is my right,
of goblins. I think next turn, or next, yeah, it's about time. So that'll wrap it up for today, Strat fans. I think next episode we will go and attack Wiesmund and hopefully drive them out, give that back to Midland so that we can increase their fealty and make them friends. So we can get old boy Boris back. Alrighty, so with that, Strat fans, I hope you have a good rest of your day. Keep it strategic, Strat fans. Colonel out.